what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
Now you have somebody who is an on-the-record US government intelligence officer, recently resigned, who is saying that he has been briefed directly by intelligence sources, by people inside the program who have directly witnessed, literally touched alien spacecraft, and who are aware of the existence of a non-human intelligence on this planet.
In 2019, the UAP Task Force Director asked me to identify all special access programs and controlled access programs, also known as SAPs and CAPs, we needed to satisfy our congressionally mandated mission, and we were direct report at the time to the DepSecDef. At the time, due to my extensive executive level intelligence support duties, I was cleared to literally all relevant compartments and in a position of extreme trust, both in my military and civilian capacities. I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
Was under oath.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Which means if he's lying, it's a crime.
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Right over by those solar panels, it was like hovering above. You know what? Hold on. Oh shit! Whoa! It's like teleporting. It's like that's insane. Yeah, do you see the airports yet?
Declassified U.S. government documents and witness testimony from former or retired U.S. military personnel confirm beyond any doubt the reality of ongoing UFO incursions at nuclear weapons sites.
Our missiles began going into what's called a no-go condition or unlaunchable. Essentially, they were disabled while this object was still hovering over our site.
Is there a link between nuclear weapons, do you think, and these craft?
Yes, there seems to be a strong correlation between nuclear weapons, nuclear storage sites, and UFOs.
No question, they are focused on our nuclear weapons.
And you believe they're trying to send a message?
I do. I think the message is get rid of your nuclear weapons.
We are not alone.
What I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
This is a huge, pivotal moment that there has been a massive, long cover-up lasting 80 plus years inside the American government.
think this is an engineering and scientific problem as much as a national security problem.
The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
Just open up the files, let the American public decide. We'll figure it out ourselves. We don't need their arrogance overseeing us.
Are there good aliens and bad aliens?
Good aliens
what you know?
and bad aliens and all kinds of ways and reasons for interacting with us. Unfortunately, they're not so benevolent.
In September 1994, over 60 children from this school in the suburbs of Harare, Zimbabwe, witnessed several objects landing and two beings coming out.
It was quite big actually, and then there was little ones all around it. I felt scared because I've never seen such a person like that before.
It was scary, why? What made it scary?
The eyes looked evil.
Evil? Mm-hmm. And what was evil about?
What I thought was maybe the world's gonna end. Maybe they're telling us the world's gonna end. All the trees will just go down and there will be no air and people will be dying.
The Earth is dying. We are not saying this. 14,000 scientists across the world are.
The climate scientists are saying you can't even say new normal because it will keep ramping up, if you can imagine that.
This morning, scientists say the 101.1 degree temperature recorded at a buoy near Key Largo, Florida this week may break a record for the highest observed sea surface temperature. It comes as 50% of the ocean water around the globe is predicted to experience heat wave conditions by September.
Climate change is here, it is terrifying, and it is just the beginning. The era of global warming has ended, the era of global boiling has arrived.
12-year-old Liesl was frozen in place. She felt the space and time around her distort as ringing in her ears grew louder and louder. Then, like frames of a movie, images flashed through her mind. Images of some kind of catastrophe on Earth. She saw people screaming and cities burning. Then an image of millions of trees burned to cinders and of the oceans boiling. Emma was standing next to Liesl, watching in silence. Instinctively, she grabbed Liesl's hand. At that moment, images crashed into her mind. She saw technology she didn't understand, but she knew it was bad. She saw smoke, bodies lying in streets. She was terrified.
Is this an idea you have had before, or did this idea come to you when you had this experience?
When I had this experience.
You know, I'm not like a UFO fanatic. It's not me. But I will tell you that what we saw with 4 sets of eyes, still, we have nothing close to it.
The objects that are being seen by commercial pilots are performing maneuvers that are unexplainable due to our current understanding of our technology and our capabilities as a country. And that applies for the military as well.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air.
Canada's former defense minister, Paul Hellyer, has been speaking publicly on the subject since 2005.
I decided to go public and say
for the first time of anyone of cabinet rank from the G8 group of countries that UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying over your head. There's one species that looks something like a praying mantis. The short grays are the ones that you see in the cartoons. The Nordic blondes, for example, are so similar to humans that they can walk down the street and not be detected. None of them are exactly the same.
Government basically confirmed that aliens are real, and for some reason, nobody seems to care.
Like, they're all like, cool, another thing. Great, add it in the pile of wildfires, and I can't friggin' afford my groceries. Oh, now aliens? Like, truly, no one cares.
You know, we had the pilots in our testimony swear that these things were, there's nothing on the planet Earth that any of our enemies or allies have that could do anything like this. Yet, there's an energy source in there that doesn't put off a heat signature. Could you imagine what that would do to the Pentagon? They would be out of business, for one. We could heat our homes in the winter. Poor folks could stay cool in the summer. We might be able to power our automobiles and other things with this energy source.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.